How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Kane up in this piece in the form of their Velvet Hand. This be an extra special bitter. 5.3% alcohol by volume, and this can was canned about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Kane, Jersey Brewery. I've done quite a few of their beers. I believe I've had this beer before, but I think it was at the brewery. I don't think it was in a can. And we're just going to crack into it, see what's what. This actually got home delivered via Kane. We, and by we I mean me and Keith from 93 Lumber and Kyle from No Beer Reviews and the guys from Nerd Sense. We did a joint beer review. Not too long ago was a beer provided by Kyle. It was Suarez Brewing's Poets Walk Barley Wine. And it was really fun, so I figured I'd try to keep that going. So I ordered 5 bottles of a barley wine from Kane and had them deliver it, and this came along with it. So, yeah, can't wait to get to that review. But we're doing this one first. Label-wise, it's what Kane does. It's that kind of pattern over and over again. So, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best thing in history, man, but I don't hate it. Does that look like an ESB? Sure does. I mean, what are you looking at? Just iced tea. Iced tea vibes all the way. From the head, the way the color kind of comes off to where it's kind of crumbly. Sticking around a little bit more than what you typically get from iced tea. But even that body, just like an iced tea, somewhere between iced tea and kind of an apple cider during Christmas time kind of vibe. Let's get a nose. Honestly, finger farts. That smells awesome. Because what it smells like is a little bit of sweet, just a slight dollop of brown sugar on a brown bread, toasted, sitting next to a steeping herbal, classic English style, black orange pico tea kind of mixture of bitterness. It like literally reminds me of, like, you know, brown bread toast in the morning with a cup of tea. I think that's probably the most English thing in the history of mankind that I can think of. And that's exactly what I'm getting in the actual beer itself. So yeah, the way that kind of malt comes off and brings those kind of bread notes, but that little bit of sweetness. I mean, I can't stress enough how small it is, but how meaningful it is in this beer. And then to back it up with that really tannic herbal tea-like kind of bittering, it is what I imagine in my brain as a BJCP nerd perfect kind of ESB nose. Let's dive in. Cheers. Follows through exactly in the taste like it does on the nose. The biggest difference is the bump in bitterness. You get this nice pop of this decently hefty kind of bitterness, but it's absolutely followed with that kind of rich kind of tea-like awesomeness. I'm a tea junkie. I used to have a big tea problem, and I've kicked it so far, but when I get those kind of tea vibes in ESBs like this, I get nothing but giddiness. And then you have that rich brown maltiness, brown breadiness with that little bit of dollop of kind of brown sugar sweetness on top of it. It makes for very impactful. Mouthfeel's fantastic, nice and dense, and impactful, rich, really kind of cranked up above its weight class drinking kind of ESB. This is fucking delicious. This is absolutely 100% delicious. Man, if I've had this before, I don't remember it being like this. This is absolutely 100% fantastical stuff. I dig this quite a bit. Yeah, honestly. There's not much else to say about it either, because it's not going to sit here and say all this kind of nuance, kind of craziness. It's pretty much to the point. You know, with that tannic tea bittering, that nice kind of bready with a little bit of sweet note on it. Really beautiful mouthfeel. That pop of bittering that follows, that lingers. Done and done. Is this one of the better ESBs I've had? It's really, yes, Mount Rushmore status. Without a doubt. This is absolutely fantastic. I kind of wanted an ESB. I dove into this expecting something quite nice because Kane knows their way around multiple different styles of beer and got something that is way more hefty and electric than I thought it was going to be in a very positive way. You have to keep all this in context. You know, it's 5.3%. I'm not talking like this beer's drinking like it's 10%. You know, you have to keep that largeness and that bigness, that heftiness in context with the ABV of the beer, even though it does drink closer to 6 and change than it does 5 and change. It's just epically made and absolutely fantastic. Valued availability on this thing, $13 American dollars. That's what this should be. From a craft brewery doing an ESB, you're giving me this beer at $13. That's what it should be. In a perfect world, it'd be cheaper because ESBs are smaller ABV beers, and you probably find some classic ones that are a little bit cheaper from a craft brewery. Kudos to Kane at that price point, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like ESBs, I don't know what to tell you. Malt forward beers, old English style beers, all those things. If you dig those beers, you will dig this beer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's absolutely epically made, well made, fantastical, delicious. All the adjectives that make things sound great. That's what this beer is. So if you like those things, you'll like this. So there you go. A review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. See this? Massive Beer. You type that into Google. You find me doing googly stuff. Or social media stuff, I usually say. And the other part, Beer Massif. Podcasting stuff. I've not been doing the podcasting stuff because of COVID. But I have my first COVID shot in 2 days. And then the following that, I don't know if I'm going to get the one-shot one because they just released that to the public. I don't know. This is going to be like posted. No, I'll post this tonight. Fuck it. This is going to be tonight. So Friday I get the COVID shot. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll get the one-shot jammer. But anyway, once I get over this kind of COVID thing, I know you can still pass it on. So I still have to be careful with the wife and the baby. Future baby. Baby hasn't come yet. But hopefully we can get back to the podcasting stuff. Anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying a good beer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.